Hey, welcome back to the next installment of my series of What's This Behind Me on the Wall? It's my G.I. Joe collection I've had for a very long time that's been just wall art for the past decades. I've had a lot of people ask me about it. I decided to go through it figure by figure and just give you a rundown of what I have, what it is. By no means is this a comprehensive guide to everything. If you want to know more about collecting G.I. Joes, there's plenty of online resources. There's also books like this from DePriest and DeSimone. They've helped me out over the years. I was collecting before the interwebs was a big thing, so paper and phones was the way we identified things, and meeting up at conventions and things like that. So today is the second row we have right here. This one's going to highlight the cadets, the dress guys, and the foreign soldiers of the world, which is a lot of collectors' favorite ones. The detail was just so insane. The first one in the series is the Annapolis Cadette. Pretty spiffy, huh? Got a sword, belt, got his sharp hat up there. This one also happens to be a talker. Now, I haven't pulled this string well over 20 years. What do you think? What do you think, Asa? Asa, what do you think, buddy? Is he going to talk? Should I try him? Yeah? All right. We don't know what's going to happen when we pull these things after this much time. It could work, not work, explode, whatever. We're going to give it a shot. Let's see what branch of the service this guy's actually from. Helium-induced naval guy. There we go. At least he's in the right uniform. Anyways, Annapolis Cadette. Pretty sweet. The next one up is even more spiffy. This is the West Point Cadette. This guy comes with all kinds of stuff. Check out that hat. Check out the sash. Of course, his dress rifle. And that sword, man, that sword is something else, isn't it? Hasbro did a pretty good job on the detail of these things. It's pretty amazing it was just a toy meant for kids to play with. But look, this guy also is a talker. I have no idea if it works or even if it's the right branch of service. Let's check it out. What do you think? He's a Navy guy in a West Point outfit. Is what it is, baby. West Point Cadette. Just got back from going to a convention down in Atlanta. Saw some old friends. I haven't been to one of these things in years, and just kind of going there to hang out and see some old friends. Pretty good time. So Ace Allgood, that's a guy you want to go to if you really want information about all the stuff. Okay, this next guy we got here is the Dress Marine. His hat's not fitting on there very good because these hats have shrunk and the head has gotten whatever, but that's how it's supposed to be. Got his rifle, his uniform. What do you think, Asa? Buddy? Dress Marine? Oh, he just winked at me, so he likes it. All right. Gonna move on to the next guy here. Air Force dress uniform. Pretty freaking sweet. All these guys are in really good shape. But I think that they did a good job. Got his tie, got his wings. We'll get into talking about the figures at some other point where we look at trademarks, things like that. Were they made in the U.S., were they made in Japan or Okinawa or Canada, whatever. But that's the dress guys. So we're going to move on to the soldiers of the world. Let me get them down. All right, now the next group we have here are the soldiers of the world. These are some of the coolest ones. People love collecting these. They actually came out really cool. Few Joes that came with different faces, different heads for the Soldier of the World series. The Japanese being the one that was being the most different, but they had to represent all the bad guys and the good guys that fought on the Allied sides during World War II. So they came out with this series, and a favorite for collectors, and I think anybody that sees them. But they all came with a book like this. Counterintelligence manual. Shows you all about how to move them and pose them and what each one of them came with. So we're going to go figure by figure. First up, the Russian fighter. The Russian Infantry Man. Came with a machine gun. Got his binoculars on the side case there. Of course, his signature hat. He's got his Order of Lenin medal. And if you look at the face is different than the other G.I. Joes. Oh, he also came with his commie radio, so he could communicate with his pinko buddies. The Russian Infantry Man. Another one that everyone loves to collect. The Imperial Japanese soldier. The Arasaka rifle. He's got his medal, his signature-shaped helmet. This guy's in really good shape. I don't remember how I got him, but I know it was virtually unplayed with when I got him. The backpack with the star on it. The Japanese Infantry Man. All right. We're going to move over to the last of the bad guys. Everyone's favorite here. The German soldier. Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to say one thing about the Germans, you know. When it came to style, they knew how to make the uniform. So, you know, hate them all you want. They did know about style. The German infantry, he comes with his Iron Cross, his belt with the little insignia on there. Got his fur-lined backpack, his helmet. They did stick away from the swastikas on these, but good call. Got his little Luger on the side there. The gun actually came with a foldable stock, which is pretty cool. The German infantryman. Pretty cool. Right now we're going to move to the soldiers of the world, but these are the Allied forces. One of my favorite. The Australian jungle fighter, mate. This guy happens to be a redhead foreign head. The Australian jungle fighter, he comes with his flamethrower because he will burn you out. Trenching tool, knuckle knife, which is pretty cool. I'd like to have one of these for real because there's a few people out there that deserve one of these in the face. The Australian jungle fighter, mate. The cool little socks and shorts. I mean, pretty cool. Not all French were bad in World War II. I mean, not all of them were cowards. The French resistance fighter, I think one of the more uniquely designed. The black sweater, got his incognito look, carrying his long knife and order, whatever that medal is, Guerre. The French resistance fighter, again, with the, what we call the foreign face, foreign head Joe. These guys are all in really good condition. I collected for years, and most of my collecting was just to upgrade to a better example of each figure that I could find. And I reached a point where I just gotten as good as I thought I could get without getting into the boxed stuff, which is a whole nother rabbit hole this guy didn't want to go down. Then we have the British soldier, the British Commando. This guy's cool. Got his satchel for all of his stuff. There's actually a Sten gun that goes with this. I have it, I'm just not sure where it is. There's other accessories that go with this. They're all up on the shelf, but yeah, I'm being lazy. Just giving you a little overview here. The British soldier. Well, that looks like it for this episode. I think I covered them all that's on this shelf. There's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing here. I'm just going to each one of my little sections on my shelf, pulling them down, going through them with you. Appreciate you hanging out. If you dig what you're seeing and you want to see more, smash that like button and subscribe. And hey man, dig it. See you in the next episode.